Foden to Haaland, Haaland to Foden. It's back, the connection. Just like game week 1 all over again.
Dude.
I think I need to become a full-time part-timer. I can't deal with this.
Dude, it's so good. I love watching those assists go back and forth between those two. They just have such a connection.
I need Pep Roulette to start happening again. When's Champions League on? Fucking
I
on.
think it was a
It's
result
on,
of
dude.
Champions League.
I'm pretty sure
Mahrez
that's
is
the
the
reason
golden
he's
boy.
playing.
Yeah.
Because he was maybe giving, was it Mahrez that had a rest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mara's kind of rested Prem and played Champions League, scored again. Mara's owners must be kind of fuming, like me.
Yeah. With good
Brutal.
reason, dude. With good reason.
Yeah, it's fucking form.
It's yeah. Well, anyway, I should do our intro.
Yeah.
Welcome
Who's the
back to Draft Boys. That's who we are. We're the FPL Draft Podcast. As always, joined by Marley G. Hito's come back this week, and myself, Whitey. Lads, how we doing?
I'm
Doing
good.
good, mate. Just fresh off the boat, smashing Singapore slingers all week.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've not any of that. I've just been like at home.
I'm fresh off the golf course.
Oh yeah, you're not fresh in any way.
No.
I seriously think I've drunk about 12 beers today.
You look a
Like
little
day
sun-kissed too. Like,
Yeah.
maybe you thought it was an overcast day. You didn't put as much sunscreen on. And you
100.
get caught out halfway and you're like,
Oh.
I don't want to get slippery hands
Mm-hmm.
putting sunscreen on, so I'll just brave it.
Yeah. At the halfway,
Is that right?
I put it on.
Mm.
Good
decision.
Because it was overcast,
Good
wasn't
decision.
it? Yeah,
It
I chucked
started
it
that
on
way.
and then I actually washed my hands because we had a few more beers, didn't we?
Didn't you? Did you use the beer to wash your hands?
Probably.
Okay.
Who knows?
I thought you were going to say you double gloved. Just, you know.
Oh, I'm not
right.
Terry Two Glove. No. I'm not-
Terry Two Glove.
Yeah, that's what you call those rapists out there. You know, that wear two gloves.
Are there people that wear
Yeah,
two gloves?
one of my mates, I call him Terry. I'm like, mate, what's going on over there?
Yeah. It's with Michael Jackson
You
vibes,
look like a
right?
serial killer.
Michael
Yeah,
Jackson
yeah.
vibes.
Jackson, OJ vibes.
Very
The glove,
worrying.
very OJ.
Yeah, that is worrying. Oh my gosh. All right. Should we talk about points?
Yeah,
do it.
I'll go first.
You're really jumping forward there.
We should
Miles.
caveat we've still got 2 games to go.
Yeah, so I've got
On
a
a
lot of
recording
players
pod.
to still play. A lot of my key players like Damari Gray and Coleman.
Oh God.
and Darwin. Salah, obviously. But I'm on 33 points. Cheeky bit of points from Emerson Royale and Zinchenko. And just a cleanie from Allison. That's it, boys.
Yeah, that
oh,
is-
Bowen. Got an assist.
Bowen,
There you
look,
go.
I think he had pretty high XGI involvement this game week.
Yeah, I'm happy with him.
So we
After our chat last week.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
goals.
you
You
guys
would have
are
woke
saying
up
that-
in the morning, seen 4 goals. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, Matty Bow.
I didn't see him in the goals, and I was like, oh, he got a few assists, didn't he? I scrolled down, 1 assist. I was like, come on. I was like, Declan Rice, really?
Yeah.
Stealing those assists from
What a
Bowen?
goal. Okay, save it. We're going to talk about that.
Save it.
All right, Hito, you next.
I'm on 40 at the moment. I've still got 6 players to play.
Oh.
Arsenal and Liverpool players. So,
Juicy.
yeah.
All right,
My
take
main
it
points
easy.
come from my defense, really. Saliba, Trent, and Van Dijk, all with cleanies. Cheeky pickup of Solanke has given me a nice little assist.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
It's a nice pickup.
Yeah.
We were talking about him last week
The
Yeah.
fixtures.
We
yeah,
had
were
a
not
brief
amazing.
chat about him.
Yeah, for one of our listeners.
for Jose D. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's ridden in again this week.
Must
He's
love
getting
the
active.
advice.
He really
There we
wants
go.
to grind this table.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do
get
it.
it. We all want to grind the table.
Let's do it. Well, unfortunately, I'm not grinding the table this week, so I have nothing coming off my bench to help me for Badia Shield, who stayed on the bucket.
Oh, that was cold, but you don't want him anyway. Would have been 1 point.
No, mate, you would have fucking kept a clean
We
sheet.
probably would have won.
You would have kept a clean
Probably would have
sheet.
won if Batty
Take
Shield
him
was
out
on
of
and
the team,
Thiago Silva
and the
fucking
clean sheet
destroyed
disappeared.
by fucking Koulibaly. Koulibaly was the one that fucking
Yeah.
clashed in
Yeah.
with him. If Batty Shield was on, probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah, wouldn't happen. He's back in next week,
Thiago's
boys.
on. Chelsea wins 6-0. I mean,
Brutal.
anyway, we'll get into that later.
Chelsea
Okay,
wins
I'll get into
6-0.
my points. I'm on 45 points, which I'm kind of happy with. I think most points in our league at this point, but sounds like Hito's got half a team to fucking play. But yeah, look, points from my defense, fucking both of them get yellow cards. So I only got 5 points from Robbo and Davies. Davies was a pickup though, so I'm pretty happy with that. He's on a roll. Pretty quiet for everyone except Foden. He got 13 points. Lovely. Mitro not starting. What a ball ache. Nketiah not starting. Fuck you.
Yeah, but he'll probably start this game.
But Haaland. Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, love a goal from him. But
Solid 23 from those two boys.
I reckon because my double game week's going like this, right? Like Gakpo started, but like didn't get any points. Well, actually, he's got 3 points here, which I don't understand. Is he? How does he get 3 points? Oh, he gets
He's a
bonus.
midfielder.
No, he's not.
No, he's a
He's a
full.
midfielder.
He's a full.
Oh,
He is a midfielder.
midfielder.
I
Sorry.
thought he was up top for you.
I'm looking at it in my thing. He plays up top. He's out of position. He's a very high
It's
value
like
player.
wingers.
But Gakpo starts, I reckon, and Nunez doesn't. I reckon for this next game, Nunez will start.
Yeah,
Gakpo
he
will
will.
drop because they didn't
Or
score
Jota will
goals.
drop.
Maybe
Or
Jota.
Jota,
We'll
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
And then Nketiah will hopefully come on and play against Everton. But yeah, look, not looking good. I've still got 4 players to play, and I'm 45 points. So pretty happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be.
Okay, let's do some snack chat. Miles.
Yeah, I'm on Snapchat.
Yeah, you are.
You didn't think I was prepared.
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't say anything.
You were saying, you've got a Tupperware there. Obviously, you're not prepared.
I didn't say that.
I reckon because I've got the Tupperware, that
This is
means I
all
am
conjecture.
prepared.
Oh,
That is
okay.
all conjecture.
So this has been lined up for the last 3 weeks.
Oh my
from
God.
my aunt,
oh,
big listener of the pod, only listens from the start until the end of Snack Chat, and then she just tunes out.
so this is her prime part.
She
right
said, "I
here.
want in."
shout out right now.
So she's made us some muffins.
Oh
no, some cupcakes.
My
Oh.
God!
So she's made us vanilla and chocolate
Wow,
cupcakes.
Yeah.
how nice is that?
Yeah. So I'll
Okay.
let you guys choose. It's kind of the yin and yang. What do you do first?
Wait, what did you say they were again?
Vanilla and chocolate.
I'm going to take both of them.
Take both, but I reckon one of you have to try.
because the rating will be based on the
Both.
collective
Oh,
performance. I
so
think.
a bite of each. Let's
yeah.
do it.
Okay, I'm going to start
Okay.
with vanilla.
Well, I'm just glad we're not getting like half-eaten sandwiches or a pie from the golf course
From the pro shop.
and a half-warm Corona or something like that.
That's
So,
nice. I like vanilla.
Yeah, the vanilla.
Vanilla's
one's my favorite,
like-
to be honest.
I like a subtle cupcake, and that is subtle. It's perfectly balanced with the
It's classic, isn't it?
OG vanilla, love it.
Yeah.
vanilla. Okay, I know what I'm going to
Let's
say.
get
to
some
that.
chocolate.
So do you rate them each out of 5 and then add them up?
Sure. Let's do that.
That's a 4 for that
Wow.
vanilla.
What makes it a 5 though? Bit of icing? Are you an icing guy?
Unfortunately, I think we're missing some icing.
You don't. Yeah. Okay. But she doesn't need the extra sugar because her cakes stand on their own.
They are good. I would rate the chocolate solid 7.
Yeah.
7
And
out
then-
of 5? That's high.
No, it's out of 10. We always do a 10, don't
No,
we?
we're doing each out of 5. Then it
Oh,
adds up
each
to
out
10.
of 5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
sorry,
a collective.
Oh my God.
What else is in the chocolate one?
Uh,
Are they little like...
I hope
saying-
they're not her happy cookies because you guys might not be able to drive.
All right, I'm doing chocolate 4. I'm doing vanilla 3.
Wow, you're not a vanilla fan. Okay.
I need the icing.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm not always a chocolate fan. I'm going to go with, I think a 3.8.
Okay.
So 7.8 collective
Yeah.
score. Tidy.
I'm
very
very
good.
7.
Very good. Thank you very much,
Marion.
Marion.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And for the drink, I've paired it with a Bacardi rum and gin pineapple cocktail.
Bacardi rum and gin. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Rum
Cheers.
Well, I ran out of Bacardi.
Okay.
So it was supposed to just be Bacardi and pineapple. But
Just throwing some gin in there.
I threw some gin in there.
love it.
It's very
wild.
tropical. I feel like I've been
Tropical
in
vibes.
Singapore,
Very fresh.
Singapore all week.
Very fresh.
Wow, that is quite nice. Very fresh. You know what it reminds me of? It's like a
quite nice.
splice.
I've got splices in the freezer.
Oh my God.
Sarah just brought them over. Yeah.
I love splices. Okay. Second snack chat.
yeah.
We'll do
Round
another
2.
one at the end of the pod so Marion has to listen to the whole pod.
We won't tell her what time we'll do it though.
I'm going to rate this cocktail very drinkable. As you can see, it's half gone already.
Yeah.
That's an 8.1.
Solid. I'll give you a 7 to
A
round out
7?
with the snack.
A 7.
7's all round.
But I gave you the special glass.
a 7.
7.1?
No, it's 7.
Okay.
I love pineapple juice.
Me too.
Okay. Let's do it. What do you call it? Can you give this a name quickly, this drink?
Yeah. It's Mawai.
Okay, explain.
It's Miles in Hawaii. I was trying to say
Mawai.
Mawai.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Well, I mean,
Come back to us next week with a better one, please.
Okay. I would have called it the Splice.
what about
The Splice.
Mahalo?
Okay.
Marlo.
We got to move on. We got to move on. Miles's beers are catching up from him on the golf course. Okay, so we don't really have many feature games this week. It just wasn't really a standout week from a kind of a games and fantasy perspective, as you can kind of tell by our low scores. But yeah, we'll start off by talking about City versus Bournemouth.
Yeah.
City won 4-1. And we've kind of already talked about it, but we'll run through the goals. There wasn't anything crazy in terms of goals.
It was so boring.
Like, they weren't
I was
really...
so bored watching these highlights. I was just
Like, I'm still struggling to remember them. Like, Billing made that bad mistake and Foden pounced. To be fair, that was he kept the ball well under pressure and finished nicely, I
Yeah.
thought. And for Foden owners, I think that'd be quite encouraging to see him do that, because his assist was just, whatever.
yeah.
Like, it wasn't a crazy assist. And yeah, just I think seeing him score a goal that confidently, I think Pep will reward that.
Yeah. Who knows? Pep loves just to rotate regardless. He doesn't give a shit about anything. He's just watching.
Yeah, he doesn't care
minutes.
about the Premier
He's just
League, doesn't
watching
give a
minutes.
Champions League. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, well, it's definitely Champions League is the focus, as we see by the rotation of the players. But it just was scrappy as hell, boys. Like, they're just pouncing on a really terrible team in Bournemouth here. Nothing was like that classy, just tapping it in, like running riot. It was just
It was all a bit messy, wasn't
brute
it?
force, just
Yeah.
overtaking and just bundling the ball in at whatever possible tap-in opportunity. There's nothing that was like, oh, we're boys versus men. It was just...
So what are you guys thinking about Alvarez?
That's exactly what I was about to ask you.
You know,
well,
goal and assist.
no, 2 goals. Didn't he?
Uh,
Oh, no, it was an own goal. Sorry, I
own
forgot.
goal in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end,
yeah. Yeah, look, I think less likely to be rewarded with minutes. Like,
Apparently he's already asking for a transfer away.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, he hasn't got the minutes that he's probably was told.
and the thing is, like, yeah, he's a World Cup winner. He featured pretty heavily, played very
Decent,
well,
yeah.
hasn't been really rewarded at all from his World Cup performances. The thing is, like, he is actually a perfect backup to Haaland because he's decent, he's young, but if he wants to be playing, then, I mean, he's got to move
Yeah.
because he's not going to win that battle.
They've got Newcastle next week, so it's the battle of the Middle East.
It is.
What I'm thinking.
Well, it is.
Saudis go to war. But I think with Alvarez, I feel like it's a strategic pickup ad hoc. You're not, unless they're really deep league, you got to fill out your strikers he's holding there. You're not playing him. So you're either playing him or picking him up ad hoc when you know there's been rotation and he's going to come in. Like this
Exactly.
week, you probably could have taken
It was a good
little
punt worth, yeah.
knowing that the Champions League fixture was on. So wait for the next Champions League game in a couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
I guess for
And I'd
that,
be
you
going
have
for
to
them.
resort to that in deeper leagues, right? Like,
You'd be holding
really
him
have
and
to-
waiting for those because there'd be no one better.
Yeah.
But-
yeah, but for me, like, for anywhere from like a 7 to 8 man league, that's too.
It's too tight.
Maybe above that though, I guess. But yeah, there really isn't much available right now in terms of strikers. Even though it is a better striker season, I just think most are taken because no one's really popping up all of a sudden with crazy form. I mean,
No.
other than maybe Ings, but Ings is probably gone.
I'd keep an eye on then if someone already owns him in your league, they might just get frustrated when he doesn't play the next 2 games. Drop him and take a punt on someone else, and then you can just keep an eye out those Champions League fixtures and snap
Yeah.
him back up.
Snap.
Snap him.
Okay.
I don't think you want to be trading for him over someone else unless you've got another shit one that
Okay.
someone's interested in.
I got a question before we wrap it up. You're a Arizona. Just picture it.
Yeah. I don't need to picture it.
I know.
I am it.
Just picture it.
okay. I
He
love
doesn't start
so
this
silky.
game week.
Mm-hmm.
Foden scores, assists.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good out there.
Mm.
What are you thinking?
I'm devastated.
Drop.
I don't think it's a drop, but I think it's a similar principle to what Hito was saying about Champions League fixtures. I think that come Champions League time, you can kind of just not get in your head that Mahrez is going to be a key man that week because he's probably going to be rested.
You never
and-
know if Foden gets some form, Jackie might jump out because Foden can play anywhere.
Yeah, really.
So
Yeah.
He
You
could
know,
drop
like
him
it's
now.
disappointing, but you know, from if Mara's owners did what I did and picked him up before the season restarted, and you've got this return from Mahrez, I'm kind of just free rolling at the moment. I'm thinking this is great. He was a free pickup, and now I'm just rolling with it. And he's just a midfielder. Like he's my fifth mid.
Yeah, I know. It's
You know?
insane. I hate you.
So I think I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted. I just, bring it up. Okay. Let's move
Make
on.
you nervous.
Let's talk about Tottenham.
Okay. I think I've got a pretty good summary here. Fuck, that was a fluke. All right, let's move on. Oh, fuck that game, man.
yeah.
You know, I went to bed at 9:30 p.m. and I set my alarm for 12:30. I'm like, I'm getting up because it'd be typical Chelsea just to be playing this bad and just show up against Tottenham, at White Hart Lane.
Yeah, I know.
And I got up and I had to fucking sit through that.
The first 10 minutes,
Oh.
first 15 minutes, you might have been like,
Yeah.
hang on.
I was like, all right.
This is nice.
But-
This is nice. And then we had a lot of possession. And then,
After Sterling missed that chance, I was like, game over.
yeah.
These boys just don't have that mental capacity.
There wasn't a lot else from you guys.
From
right?
that, yeah.
Like the
No.
Felix kind of very early chance that he didn't get his foot to. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're meant to be talking about
I reckon-
Tottenham here.
I know, but I'm just saying that sums up the game, though. It wasn't much from you guys. So
I
it's
know.
left to Tottenham to threaten.
And then at the end of the day, that skip goal, not a great clearance from James.
Yeah.
No, not James. Enzo, sorry.
Enzo.
Enzo
Oh,
cleared
yeah.
it.
Enzo got it out.
Falls straight to him. Fuck, good hit
What a great hit.
for his first
Very
goal.
clean.
I mean, is it just me or does everyone score those fucking goals against Chelsea? It just kills me, man.
Look, it's probably just because you watch more Chelsea games than others, so it
Don't say
probably
that.
seems like that.
Don't say
but,
that.
But
They raise their level, these fucking pleb players that never score goals. They're all of a sudden scoring worldies.
I want to give it to Skippy.
Oh, yeah,
because
sorry.
he's been working hard.
Okay, yeah, he has. To
He
be
has,
fair, he's
yeah.
not a pleb player.
He's not. That was
harsh.
It was harsh.
I hope he
Maybe your
doesn't
defense
listen.
is just pleb.
I'm just a little mad at Skip right now, okay? Like, I don't mean that, Skip, if you listen, because you probably do.
I
I
want
don't mean it.
I want to actually talk to you guys. Richarlison, he got another start.
Yeah, I know.
What are we thinking? Because Sonny Boy came off the bench again, and Richarlison had
And
an
assisted. He got the assist for the
Richarlison.
Kane goal. No,
Son, yeah.
Yeah.
But just talking about Richarlison,
Oh,
because
sorry.
I feel like he might be available, because who's really going to have Richarlison in their team? Is he a pickup?
There are definitely leagues where he's gone, but for those leagues that he isn't gone, I think he is a pickup. If he's getting the minutes, he's definitely at risk right now. But the thing is, he's a forward. I think it's only if you've got one of those, a forward that you're not worried about dropping for a game week,
Yeah.
I think otherwise, it's hard to kind of pick him up before he hits any form because right now he doesn't have really anything to go by, right? Has he got anything in the last couple of weeks?
No.
So
Besides a couple of good performances.
what do you think, Heath?
I don't know. I don't really rate him as a player. He's got pretty low stats on the fantasy side in terms of threat and creativity for this game in particular. Really indexed highly for threat last game against West Ham. But yeah, if he doesn't get the returns, but if they're winning games though, they feel less likely to rotate.
It's like if you're getting the minutes in a team that is scoring goals, playing well, I think that it's puntable.
This is the problem I'm having with Kulusevski.
I was going to talk to him in a later section about Kulusevski.
Well, this is the game. So it's the same sitch. I think
it's a
we're
similar sitch.
Yeah, it's kind of different because Kulusevski's been playing a lot.
Yeah.
And there's less threat, I think, to his position, even though Son could technically kind of come in there and take his spot. But I think Richarlison is more, at risk there of losing his spot. But yeah, or do you want to, maybe we should talk about it later in our other segment. But Cooley's been pretty quiet.
He has been. But again, as I said, if he's getting the minutes, which he is, even more so than Richarlison, and you're in a team like Tottenham, how are you not just holding?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm doing. I own Kulusevski. I'm holding. But yeah, Richarlison is different though because he's a forward. You know, you only get 3 of them. It just seems like a higher risk. It just depends to me on what your forward front line is, and I think we've already kind of said that. Should we just quickly discuss Kane's goal?
Yeah, talk to me.
Why the fuck is Sterling marking Harry Kane?
I've got no idea.
And like, sorry, I say marking.
question.
I say marking. Like watching him for a second and then just letting him run.
Yeah.
Like, because what the fuck? He's there. He's tall.
You know
So
what?
it's not like he's like a striker that's short that like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, you don't watch him on the set pieces. He's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
He's always in positions. Why the fuck is Sterling on him?
I don't know. And Sterling's
If
a bit
Thiago was on,
he's lazy as well.
Maybe
Yeah,
he had
he
an
is.
outside differential captain pick in budget on Kane. He's like, I need some points.
Dude,
Get in there, mate.
what a fucker.
Kane's having a great season.
Maybe he's going to move back to City at the end of this season and be like, we got him, boy. Yes.
I reckon Kane owners would be just loving life because obviously Salah went first in a lot of leagues.
Yeah.
And probably Haaland
frothing.
next. And then you just
frothing off
like
it.
the Kane owners like, oh, okay, I'll just take Kane. And you know, he's actually started so much better than he has in past seasons, and he's continued that form.
Yeah.
So Kane owners are very, very jealous.
18 goals, 6 assists.
Yeah.
Loving it. And their next fixtures look great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tottenham's
no doubt.
fixtures look really, really good.
Yeah, they're starting to look very nice.
And you boys jumped on a really good point last week. Yes, I listened. Talking about their defense.
yeah, they've been on a real roll.
Surprising kind of form that I didn't really pick up myself, to be honest. I slept on that one.
Yeah. you see Davies, you're like, holy shit. Like,
I just
Davies
thought-
is
I-
not an exciting wingback.
So I remember seeing him just get a points because he scored a goal, and I just wrote it off because I'm like, oh, it's just a random goal. He won't score very often. I'm not going to be one of those noobs jumping on him. But I turned out to be one of those noobs.
You're not one of those noobs. You're one of those noobs not jumping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Emerson Royale kind of falls into that same category too because he's been on a bit of a tear as well. And I thought he looked good against Chelsea. You know, we haven't even talked about the red card thing.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
never a
Not
red card for
fantasy.
me.
Yeah, me too.
At all.
It was a glance off the shoulder. You
That
know,
went into face.
And
yeah.
also, like, you got to look at what happened to him for him to do that. For him to do that reaction, the
Well,
guy's fucking.
that doesn't
blowing it.
mean anything. What he did doesn't mean anything. Basically, Ziyech can't hit a guy in the face, is what everyone was saying. But to me, he hit the guy in the shoulder. There was no intent to hit him in the face. I think where the argument comes is like, well, if you're hitting someone or pushing someone, you know, you are taking that risk that you might hit them in the face. And if you do, then maybe you should get sent off. But to me, it was not a red card. And I was so happy when it fucking got
I was so surprised that it got reversed.
reversed.
I've never seen that. Have you?
I've never seen that.
No.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
Before we move
It's a
on,
fantasy draft, boys. Fucking first here.
before we move on, I just want to mention Perisic owners. So he didn't start
R.I.P..
against Chelsea. He came off the bench against West Ham for 12 minutes. But before then, he's been getting decent minutes for a defender. What are you guys thinking? Is it just a hold for
Old man
you?
legs.
I think it's a hold. Maybe he's getting some rest. What was his form before that? I have not really tracked Perisic
It wasn't.
this season.
It wasn't amazing. Like he got a couple of clean sheets before what I just mentioned, and then he got 10 points once. But then before that, it was just a lot of 1-pointers.
For me, he's almost a drop. And the way I'm seeing those other two boys play, they're clearly favored right now. They're keeping clean sheets. They're still getting assists and goals.
Yeah,
I just think,
My only potential is the next fixtures are amazing.
yeah.
So I'm tempted to hold just in case he plays one of those games. And it's like feels like a pretty guaranteed clean sheet against Wolves, Forest, or Southampton.
okay, here's a question. Is he coming on and like getting like 10 minutes or is he just not playing? Because if he's just not
So he
playing, then he's going to
play
drop
against
to your
Chelsea,
bench.
but the game was pretty much like won.
Yeah.
You know, and then he came off the bench for 12 minutes against West Ham, and then he started
four
like
games before that.
the last 4 games before that.
I think he's just getting a bit of a rest.
Yeah, maybe he's getting a rest. Hold on to him.
He's old.
He's old. And-
I'd give it a few. If he doesn't start like next week
Think
at all, each week is giving me more cause. So then your last 3 games of that run, you're like, no.
And
Stats
probably
don't
in
lie.
those games as well, where like they're playing against worse teams, they're probably going to be having to break down defenses. He's that guy that can kind of put that ball in. So yeah, I rescind my red card on him, and I bring him in.
Switching
I
to a
keep
hold.
him. I'm switching to a hold.
The hold.
Okay,
Hold
let's
it,
move
baby.
on. That's enough Tottenham. That was way too much. I'm still mad about Sterling fucking marking Harry Kane though, just for the record. Watch the replay of that if you haven't seen it.
Let's talk about West Ham because
Fine.
it's been very rare this season that we've talked about West Ham.
4-0.
And
Very surprising.
they're getting some form. The last few results for them have been good.
They need it.
Yeah, they do.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well, what are the last few results for them?
So I know that they won a game before that.
I'm trying to get it up, but
Me
I'm
too, yeah.
being very slow about it.
I think they're a bit behind. I think they lost to Tottenham last week, and they drew with Chelsea, drew with Newcastle.
Yeah, sorry, they won in a different comp. So, but they beat Everton, boys.
They did.
Well, yeah, that's a big scalp. Dicey.
But a draw against
Okay, we haven't
Newcastle
said
and
anything
Chelsea
yet.
is good results.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about this game.
So
Danny
that's good.
Ings. Danny Ings.
Yeah.
He could be the difference. He could be what turns this around for them because
I'm
he
so
is just such a
annoyed.
proven goal scorer.
Was thinking like 1 or 2 weeks ago, I was like, I need to look at pingers and check him out. Just completely forgot about it. Just forgot to look at it.
Singapore.
And I
baby.
was maybe. But it was
Singapore.
before this game week, I was thinking, it was maybe like 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh, he's back from injury.
yeah.
Let me take a punt on him. And
He
Who's
did
the
look
ball?
good out there. I mean, look, this is his first start for West Ham, but yeah, great pass from Bowen and the finish from Ings, like digging it out from behind himself, just clutch, just exactly what you'd expect Ings to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, can Chelsea sign him? Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so that wasn't bad, and then. Oh yeah, he kind of bundles the other one in. He gets pretty lucky from that Ben Rama cross, but Ben Rama's run was fucking nice.
Oh,
Like,
that
gets down
little
the line.
zigzag.
Yeah, he
The
gets
man, the myth, the legend.
yeah,
Benrahma.
fuck.
Yeah.
Pick him up.
What a
Miles
player.
has picked him up already.
He's in my
He's
waves.
already at the
He's in my
waves.
waves, I
Yeah.
swear.
but don't worry, mate. He'll blank for the next 6 weeks.
I
in a
don't
row.
care, but I'm getting on that ball.
Oh fuck me.
But classic Ingers, though, right? In terms of, it's not sexy, but he's just there.
Yeah.
He's hungry.
Speaking of
Finds
not
a way to get it
He's a
in.
poacher.
speaking
Oh,
of
yeah,
not
yeah.
sexy, Fornals got an assist this game. Who's
Oh.
picking him up? Not this
He
guy.
was the dead weight of
Oh.
seasons past.
That is the least sexy player in fantasy to me. Maybe who's less sexy than him?
But he's also one of the biggest flirts.
Maybe Peter Crouch.
Whoa, harsh on Crouchy,
Doing the robot out there.
dude. That's hot. I'm all about Crouchy.
That's because you look like him.
Okay, Walt, take it easy. Shots fired. Keep it on the golf course. Yeah, look, that was a funny one. And Ricey,
Rice.
Oh,
Wow.
curler.
is that too familiar to call him Ricey?
No, go for
No.
it.
Spicy Ricey?
Spicy rice.
Oh,
No, but he's no. He's white. He can't handle much spice.
Spicy Ricey.
Bit of Nazi Gore in there.
Yeah, look, that was a pretty nice shot.
It was pretty sexy. It was that beautiful kind of. I'm just placing this top bins.
finesse, right
not-
bumper on
yeah,
the fucking
not much power.
Xbox remote. Just
quick,
curled
quick
it.
tap. Quick
Yeah,
tap.
quick tap.
Not much power, but loved it.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That's clean. But he doesn't get a lot of points. He hasn't returned anything since game week 11 when he scored. So
Yeah, I'm not excited about him in any way.
anyone who's holding him in a deep league must be ecstatic. But
Yeah, but he's probably on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, probably not this game week because of the lack of
fixtures.
fixtures. But
Not too excited by him, but overall, very excited about West Ham's form, and they've got okay fixtures.
yeah, look, Antonio bundled one in off that 4-0 thing at the back post.
Oh, the header.
That was a nice header too. So
Muscled it in,
let's just see. And he can always catch fire. That
but
guy.
they're against Forest, who are not
I know,
being-
but
they've lost a
sometimes
little bit of that.
This
form.
might be what they need.
It could be. It could be.
Might be what they need. Yeah. So who would you pick up out of all these players? The ones that are maybe not more available than others.
No joking. Like Ben Ram, I got to be talking about. No, I fucking laugh because
So for those who like maybe haven't heard the podcast before or like listened back as far, like Ben Rama, like had like 5 good games for Miles in a season gone by that I think Miles did win that
2018.
season. It was Medarama's first season, to be fair.
Yeah.
And Miles has a bit of a soft spot.
Yeah, I do. But for good reason. He's a great football player. Why are you laughing?
Just the way you're justifying it.
But he is a good player.
Okay.
But he's a
and
good fantasy player.
Look, he can be. He
On
can
the
be.
3 weeks you have been.
I am loving this
throughout the
conversation.
week.
He's a form player as well. He needs a little bit of form.
Yeah. At least like 5 weeks.
And look, they've got good fixtures-ish. Brighton, Villa, City, but then it goes Southampton. So, look, there's a few good ones in the next
They
couple.
flip off and on for sure with
Yeah.
the fixtures, but like Ingers is obviously, if he's free, is a clean pickup as
Yeah.
a striker. It's a very high priority if it is for some reason. In terms of trading for Ingers would be quite tricky, I think, if someone's holding him because they would have just got the justification. So
2 goals. Nah, you're not getting him.
I don't
Unless they want to trade high.
yeah, unless you want to trade high to try and get someone less sexy.
For now.
I also think that Emerson is a pickup as well, an option in their defense.
Really?
Yes.
Ex-Chelsea boy.
Ex-Chelsea.
Is he playing?
Yeah,
He's been starting.
he didn't play this game randomly.
okay.
But before that, he's been playing. And look, he got a goal as well a few weeks ago against Chelsea.
Why do you have to bring that up?
But then kept it clean against Everton. And I'm not sure why he didn't play this one, but keep an eye on it. If you need a defender, for a couple of those fixtures, those home ones.
And boys, our old friend Cornet is 75% lacking match fitness.
Cornet.
Oh, he is electric on his day.
He can be.
Might
yeah.
take a while to get some form, but
He's almost Ben Rama status.
very long term.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out, maybe.
He's almost been
Almost.
I'm dying. He loves it. Okay, that's enough on West Ham. I'm telling you, that's enough.
That's enough. We can move on.
Let's talk about stop, drop, and hold.
Let's do it.
Okay, who are our stops for this week?
Well, our first one, we have to call it out. You said Whitey last week as a pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon. The
Yeah.
boy's done it
Oh,
again.
he's fucking
Yeah.
Super
back.
sub
What a curler.
of the season.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
He's slowly getting more and more minutes each week. He'll get that start one day, boys. One day he'll get it.
I think he earns it next week. The only problem there is they
fixtures.
don't have good fixtures.
I think
No,
it's like,
pretty
like
bad.
Liverpool, City.
It's Brentford, Arsenal, Liverpool.
Brentford, Arsenal, Liverpool.
That's
yeah.
tough, man.
And then it goes, actually, then they go on a tear, though.
Yeah, they got
Bournemouth,
4
West Ham,
fixtures.
Everton, Leeds, Villa. And then they got City in the middle there. Then it goes Leicester, Southampton, Palace. So if you've got a spot for him and, he's kind of sitting there as your 5th mid,
Mm.
I actually don't mind that. Is if you can just bench him or even play him against Brentford and then maybe bench him against Arsenal and Liverpool, I think that run of fixtures for Fulham is going to be fucking spicy.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
So I want to bring in up another one then because Fulham's defense has been great lately.
They have been
Special
really well.
mentions and Tony Robinson,
yeah, and Tete's been really good
Tete
as well.
as well. I just think with all those good fixtures coming, they probably get slammed. They might get lucky against one of those, big teams because Fulham has been good this season. I think they're at home against Arsenal and they've been really hard to beat at home. I'd just be really interested to. What the fuck are you doing? Miles is literally stroking a table with Villa.
Listen,
I'm gone, man.
listen.
Up to the bedrock.
No, just relax. There was a lot of condensation from the icy mojito that I made, and these tables are actually like they're antiques. And I couldn't see a towel anywhere near me, and I looked at the couch, and this is my shittiest pillow. So I thought I'd drag that along the condensation. I was trying to do it subtly that you didn't react.
Dude, we can hear his gung 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 gung.
I
as the
just
table
I'm
rocks.
trying to make a great point about Solomon. I looked at Miles is stroking his fucking table with a pillow.
It's like get him to the Greek, but it's like just stroke the furry walls.
I'm a little bit nervous that these cupcakes were the naughty cupcakes.
I'm worried if my auntie made them, there's definitely a chance that they could have something fun in them.
I'm
Okay.
surprised you didn't just rip your shirt off and wipe it.
I
You
was
like
going
doing
to,
a
but I
shirt.
thought that you'd react more.
Oh my god.
More
Okay,
excitement.
we'll come back after these commercials. Okay.
Where's our sponsors?
We're back. Yeah. Okay, we're back because we don't have
Okay.
any sponsors. Okay, Solomon, what the fuck were we talking about?
No, we were talking about Fulham
Fixtures.
defense.
Oh, Fulham defense. Sorry.
I was there. I was
Okay.
involved.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think you've made your point. Let's just talk about our next stop, which is Buendia.
The Buendia.
Okay.
He's definitely
He's
a
back.
stop now.
I've got it together now.
Yeah, this is an interesting one in terms of a stop. It's kind of spread a little bit across more game weeks, right? We're not looking at back to back to back at this stage, but we're looking at that spread across from really since we've come back from the World Cup.
It's good, man.
It's his third goal, and he's got 1 assist since then. So 3 goals, 1 assist, in about 8 games.
Yeah.
So he's returning half the weeks, basically 50% return rate.
That's good.
Really good for a fifth
and he's
mid.
got bones in 2 of those weeks.
Yeah, I'm liking him, and he looks confident out there. Like he's passing the eye test. For me, yeah, just watching him in this game too. Like he scored this week, didn't he? Yeah, it was him that scored. He scored down the left side past Pickford.
Yeah,
right,
back across.
That was a nice goal. That's a confident goal to me.
I just loved how mad Pickford was. Did you see him? I got smacked.
He's always mad.
Pickford's mad about
I know, but
like a
I love
corner,
it.
you know, like
Pickford's mad. He like gets out of bed in the morning. He's like, "Fuck."
Slaps the bed. Fuck. I get as much joy out of watching Pickford get angry as I do Arsenal fan TV. Can't lie.
That's similar. Yeah,
Similar joy.
Yeah, it's a good
in the
vibe.
same bucket.
And look, guys, the fixtures are really good. We got Crystal Palace, West Ham, Bournemouth for the next 3,
Oh,
And
then
throw
And
Chelsea in, dude.
and Chelsea.
They come up as red, but
then
they should
Leicester
be
Forest,
bright green.
Like, really?
Yeah, no, it is good run. And
It's a really good.
Newcastle's form hasn't been that good. Might pick up by then, but who knows? And then even after that, it's actually quite a good run. I don't mind Villa assets for this.
And I think while
Little run.
Ollie Watkins is playing the way he's doing,
he's playing really
then
well.
you just want to have whoever's next to him because you're going to get a goal or assist because of him anyway. So I really like that.
Maybe just like John McGinn.
McGinn is an
I don't
interesting
think he's
one.
I think
he's
he's
not
a pickup.
He's a pickup.
And that's why I was going to say that later.
So did I steal him?
No, that's
you-
all right.
you did.
We can amplify.
No,
it.
you just wrote it in.
I
now,
just
you
typed it.
bitch.
McGinn is interesting because he's only started the last 2 games and then he had a really, really blank period, but he played very well. He got the 2 assists. So he could, it's punty, but I like the punt,
Yeah.
especially for the next 3 fixtures.
There wasn't a crazy amount of creativity coming from him in his stats because he did win the pen. But still, if we're just playing fixtures and someone who's starting,
And he's someone that
could be an
has had
interesting run.
good runs of form with Villa before, you know, and if he can pick that back up, you know, vibe with the team, Watkins looking really good, some good fixtures. They're looking more
Watkins.
cohesive. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think Villa assets should be on high alert, especially for that run of fixtures.
I love it.
It's on crazy form, man. Fucking 5 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Did you
good.
see his celebration?
Yeah.
Did the 5?
Just do 5 up.
Probably can't count.
Huge.
Much higher than that.
Let's talk drops.
Drop.
We
Oh,
love-
God. Chelsea.
Yeah, a lot of Chelsea assets, but 2 in particular I want to talk about is Mount and Cucurella.
Oh, Cucurella. I'm so glad not to be seeing him play anymore.
Yeah, so
Chile's not been chilly yet,
no,
but he's better than Kooks.
exactly. Kook is just he's
a kook.
cuckoo. Yeah.
He's a kook.
But I'll have to say Mount, I think that there's been a lot of rumors about what's going to happen with Mount, and I think this was his chance to come out and he got the start and put in a good performance.
He didn't get the start.
Oh, didn't he?
No, he came on.
Sorry, yeah, but when he did came on, I thought he had the opportunity to kind of put in a good performance, and he actually just looked like he was just a little bitch out there.
He did, man.
You
It
know?
was because I think in his head, what he thought he was doing was trying to ramp up the boys.
Yeah.
Like he came on real fiery, but then he just kept getting all these little scraps and really made no effect on the game other than just to kind of like join in with the general kind of pissed offness that the Chelsea boys looked like. He didn't seem to rally them in any way. And
No.
from someone like him, who, I mean, these days at Chelsea, he's one of the the senior guys, basically, especially of that younger group. He should be coming on and encouraging them and know how to do that. I mean, yes, he's still young, but like I've seen him capable of that before. And yeah, he's just not in a good headspace right now.
And honestly, for me, the list could go on with Chelsea players. I'm saying, Havertz, Sterling, even a couple of the young guys that we've just bought. I just don't really see that Chelsea have.
Can I make a point about Sterling though? He looks the most likely out of anyone to score. And I know Chelsea are not scoring goals, but I just for me, I have him and I'm just holding on to his glimmer of hope that one day.
But I think you're holding on to that because you're an owner. I think if you weren't an owner, there was one chance in that game that I saw that Sterling had a moment. But apart from that, mate, there was nothing. And if Chelsea aren't scoring goals, then why are you going to have the asset?
What's Sterling's XGI? Can you get that up, Hito?
Ooh.
I put you on the spot.
Okay, let me pull it up for you.
You know what I mean?
But I want to know, because I think he was a bit more influential in that game than you're saying. He seemed to be controlling us when we look good.
But are you talking about XG from goals?
Oh,
expected goals?
Yeah, expected goals.
So last 3 games, it's 1.47.
That's high.
Isn't
it?
high.
Let me try and get it down lower for you.
Get the XG down lower for me?
The games.
I just think he's close. I know that Chelsea still look bad. I don't think this was good timing for them to play Spurs.
Of course not. But for Sterling to make an impact in a fantasy way, he's going to need other players around him to do something. And I just don't see it.
I'm going to give him 3 more weeks.
I think
based on what I've seen.
I want to see their fixtures because, I don't even know if it matters at this point, but their fixtures are Leeds, Leicester, Everton, Villa. You got to say that they're the most promising fixtures.
Yeah, if Chelsea are going to turn it around, these are the teams.
I'll give you 4 weeks.
You'll give me 4.
It should be 2
contract.
Because I think Everton are kind of lifting a bit, but if Chelsea don't get any results in the next 2-3 fixtures, I fear for Potter.
He's under a lot of pressure.
Did you guys see the thing the other day? So he shows up late to a press conference and he walks in. He goes, "Sorry about that. Just come out of a crisis meeting."
Oh yeah, I did see that.
The journalist's like, "How did it go?" He's like, "Well, I'm still here, aren't I?"
Oh wow, that's so good.
Fuck, what's going wrong? He's complaining that he's got too many players, basically. He's like, I've got too many players
things. But the
in
thing
my
is,
squad.
but okay, as the manager, to me, he should be able to manage that. I know he's using the word, but he should be able to go take hold of the situation. By now, he should know who his favorite guys are and just give them a couple game weeks to do it. And it's really only in the last 3 or 4 weeks, or maybe in the last 2 to 3 weeks, that he's actually had players back from injury, all that stuff. We have signed all these players, but there's still all these other players coming back from injury and all this shit going on. It's not been an easy time to kind of come up with a plan, but for me, he's just still making way too many changes. He needs to give these guys some consistency. Was there 5 changes again this game? And there's no cohesiveness. It's like watching preseason matches. You know, when you're watching preseason, you're like, oh my God, these games are so weird.
Didn't he come out saying that the boys have told me that their preseason was one of the worst of all time?
I didn't hear that.
Didn't he come out saying that? He said they had a really shit.
You heard it here first. Hito just made it up.
The thing that I really did
he's got a direct line to Mount.
You know what he said after the Spurs loss? He said, everyone 2.5 seasons ago were calling for Arteta's head, saying, he's got to be dropped. He's making too many changes. All of these things, young squad, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Arsenal hung on to him and look at what Arsenal, look what they're doing now.
Yeah.
It could be a very similar situation.
I was just thinking that the other day and I didn't hear that quote. I was thinking wow, even if you think about last season. Like that was the one that they had the
All for nothing.
Yeah. Is it called
All
that?
for nothing. Yeah.
No, it's not all for nothing. I mean, it was all for nothing because they didn't get in the Champions League. But
I think
it's called
something like that.
all or nothing.
All or nothing.
All or nothing.
I mean,
It's not all for nothing. This is all for nothing. There's a big difference between all for nothing and all or nothing.
That's true.
Anyway, that being said, look, yeah, Chelsea, I think we should wrap it up, but I think you still got to keep an eye on them. I mean, with the names, the players involved,
Next
the
two
money being
fixtures
spent.
are very key.
And the defense have been very solid when Badiashile plays. So
Yeah, they have been
yeah,
decent.
they are definitely options. He did, boys, say this quote, so I didn't make it up. I'm not bullshit.
Go
He
on.
said, speaking to a couple of the experienced guys, they thought it was the worst preseason they've had for different reasons.
It's because Tuchel was breaking up with his wife at the time, taking on new lovers.
Yeah.
He was too busy to manage
Yeah.
the squad. I don't fucking know
they
anymore.
went to America, didn't they? I think they went to America this
Wouldn't be
year.
surprised.
Yeah, and it was shit. They were like in Miami.
But I
and-
think you just
Yeah.
got to keep him now because you're so far down.
Oh, we're not going to.
You're not
I don't-
claiming anything and you're not going to get demoted.
But they've,
so
they've
just keep
gone
him.
quite deep with the backroom stuff too. Like, and
Yeah.
they've brought these guys that they've gotten in from Brighton and stuff that like there was I can't remember.
Just let
I'm
him
looking
let him
like
right at the
I can't remember their
season,
names.
do the full preseason next season, and then if he's
give them a shot.
10 weeks in next year and it's loss.
Then bring Jose
It's the
back.
same
Yeah. There you go.
Bring the special one back.
Or pick up the new Brighton manager, maybe.
No, but there is
Deserbi or
actually a
whatever.
rumor that like Jose is going to come back for his third spell.
Oh, fucking
okay,
hell.
just
That'd be
fuck off.
so toxic.
Okay, let's talk about our holds for the game week. Oh wait, drop DCL. Obviously, let's just quickly say DCL's a drop.
I think it's a drop for DC.
Yeah, we don't need to spend time on that. Let's talk our holds because I want to get to our questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I just chucked Kulusevski in there.
we already kind of talked about it.
Exactly.
He's getting the minutes.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I agree with you. I'm not dropping him, but I'm very frustrated with him.
Fan questions.
Fan questions. Remix. This is usually a Mars-led segment.
Yeah,
so take us
Jose
away here.
D.
Jose
Actually,
D.
he's written in again.
He's consistent.
Yeah, no, we have good chat.
But the thing is, guys, like if you write in, we'll
of course.
We'll
So
answer.
he wants to know who's the better asset he's replacing Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony, Sancho, McNeil, or Paqueta. That's who he's got as options.
Okay, well, let's start with Anthony. Hasn't played the last 3 games.
He has not.
He did score in
The Carabao.
Europa League.
Oh, was it Europa? I thought it was the Carabao.
Against
No,
Barca.
no.
He scored the winner.
Oh, yeah, it was true. Yeah.
Came off and scored the winner.
yeah, and he scored in the Carabao Cup final too, right? Or
Yeah.
no, he started.
No, that was
was
Rashi
Casemiro.
and Cass.
Yeah, sorry, it was Casemiro. Yeah,
But he might have played. I don't actually know.
he
but
did start. He did start.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, wait, fuck. Let me just check. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm
so
on it,
anyway,
boys.
There's obviously not been a lot there, but their next fixtures, are Liverpool, Southampton, Brighton, Newcastle, kind of tough-ish, but they've been in good form. But he's obviously only got the 1 goal. What was the other name we had? We had also Sancho.
So, yeah, he did start the Carabao Cup. Not sure if he's going to start in the Prem, but Sancho was the next.
Did Sancho start the Carabao Cup?
He did.
He didn't start?
Didn't.
He didn't start, but he came
Okay.
on.
And that's what he's been doing lately too. But he's got 2 sub goals recently.
Yeah.
Sancho. I like Sancho more just for form over Anthony.
Me too. I mean, I picked him up, but
But
that's
Anthony
any.
hadn't scored since the first fucking 3 weeks of the Premier League. So he's dog shit in my eyes.
Well, you had him for a while, didn't you?
A long fucking time. McNeil don't rate at all.
Yeah, McNeil's not.
I think, yeah,
Worth
he's
it.
getting the minutes, and, Everton have obviously looked a little bit better, but
Sancho's a much more exciting punt at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this.
It's more recent form too, despite them having Forest this weekend. I think Everton are still absolute trash.
And then Paqueta, like
so Paqueta started this game,
he did, and I thought he was injured.
and
He was red the other day.
yeah, so he missed the Tottenham game, but then he did score against Newcastle 2 weeks before that. So
And then before that, it was Leeds. It's not consistent from him in any way, shape, or form.
it's not, but for waiver purposes, I'm thinking we're going to agree to go Sancho, Paqueta, Anthony, McNeil in that order for you, Jose D.
Who's he dropping?
Harrison.
Harrison got an assist this week, but it wasn't a Leeds look terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be happy with that order as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I agree with that. Next question.
Our next question, it's a follow-up question from Filthy Funk from last week.
Filthy fun.
He was the Foden owner.
Oh, yeah.
So he says, now that Foden has got a return, would you try and get max value and get a trade for him?
Not
or
me.
just hold?
I've got Foden, as we know. I did shout that out already.
So Foden owner, what are you saying?
I want to keep him. I don't know. I just get tired. This is probably one of my downfalls, but I like Foden as a player. I think he may go on a run based on form. I'd be waiting one more week. If he starts getting goals the next week, maybe keep him.
Well, let's experiment now and test you as an owner.
Yeah.
Who you'd trade for him?
Who would I trade for Foden?
Like what level of player would you? And this could maybe
Mahrez. We'll just
for our
straight
boy-
swap for Mahrez.
for our boy Filthy Funk, we might be able to see an alternative.
I'd actually probably be down for that.
A Mahrez Foden trade?
I think so.
So would you take Madison?
Would I take Matto? Oh, God. Jeez. I need to have this up.
Matto's he scored 2 goals like in a row 3 weeks ago.
He's injured. Oh, no, I
Illness.
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't take
Barnes.
Madison. No.
Martinelli?
No, actually, I don't know because he's been a bit of a question mark. I mean, he got a goal this week, but
Batoma.
nah, he's been a bit flat last 2 games.
Yeah, so for Foden, for those trades, it's got to be above where he's at, I think, for total points. For that list I'm looking at.
If you're looking to upgrade.
The potential's too crazy. It's City, for fuck's sake.
it's like,
and he comes on, and like the first start he gets like 13 points.
Oh yeah. It's just the minutes now, isn't it? Does it carry on?
I know, I agree, but like, I don't know. You just can't predict it. De Bruyne, I do De Bruyne. Stace, if you're listening.
yeah.
So it's basically, yeah.
No, I'm joking.
And to answer your question, Filthy Funk, I'm holding as well if I'm a Foden owner. I think he's just like, he's got so much potential.
Kind of got to
if he
ride
gets
it
the
out now
minutes.
that he's back from injury,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. He was kind of, well, I think they say he was injured. It wasn't really very obvious what was going on until the end. And there was some sort of foot injury. But
Yeah.
he's back and he's made an impact straight away. So I think you've got to keep that in mind.
It's just I don't
holding
think
him.
that his fade was right on his haircut. He needed the fade to be correct. So he needed
Was it
time
not
for
quite
it
the fringe not quite
to
straight?
grow
It was
back
a bit off.
and then refade it, and now it looks fresh again.
Yeah, that's what happens with a bad cut. Yeah.
My
Okay.
whole life just
Do we
goes
have-
to shit when I get a bad cut.
Do we have any more questions?
I work from home.
Yeah.
It was literally the same 2 guys asking questions as last week.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
had a
they're
follow-up
loyal.
question, and Jose D's just
Fucking shout out to you boys.
yeah.
Load us up. Keep
Filthy
them
Funk,
coming.
Jose D. Keep the questions coming. We love them. Okay. Pickups.
I'll go first, just in case I steal some of your guys, and you guys make a scene
No, you
about
like
it.
This is typical. I don't understand why you get to go first. You should go last.
Okay, I'll go last then.
All right, I'll go first. Okay. Buendia, Romero, Benrahma.
Okay, I'll go Trossard. I think he's a pick.
No, I just stole all Miles's picks. Okay, so here's mine. I'm thinking Trossard. He's looking good. He got to start this game. I mean,
And the week before.
and the week before. He's looking like he can make an impact in this part of the season where I think Martinelli's looked a little flat. And yeah, I think he's going to rotate, but I also think he's going to come off the bench potentially and be a threat too. So I just like
The
him.
fixtures for the next 4 weeks are spicy.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Fulham, Palace, Leeds.
Come off the bench, baby. Get a, knock in a couple goals.
You're happy with bench points there.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, now I'm looking at McAllister too. He's still playing in the center attacking mid role. We talked about him last week. I definitely think he's a pickup. Brighton have just been in such good form. The fixtures for Brighton are... Hito, do you have them up?
I do.
No pressure.
They're West Ham, Leeds, Palace.
Oh, and they've got a double in
Yes,
game
with
week
that Leeds and Palace
27. Oh, Leeds Palace. That is...
Then United, Brentford, Bournemouth.
Yeah, look, I think McAllister's a good shout for the next couple game weeks.
And also, Solly March might have a bit of a knock, so that could just make McAllister a little bit more valuable.
Yeah,
but
agree.
he's not really. They're not up for the same spot because March has
not-
been playing on the wing. But who's going to come in for March?
Yeah, it's not really the same, but I think that if there's points to be made, maybe McAllister might be a bit more involved because, March is obviously
Yeah.
a bit,
And I've just added McGinn in my pickups based off all the things we said earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't have 3 pickups this week because you boys stole them all, but I thought McGinn maybe, in the deeper league, 2 assists.
I think that works.
Yeah, we've already said what we need to say about him. All right, Hito goes. Miles can go last.
All right, first one pretty straightforward. Ings, just got to get that out there. Next one is Solanke, 2 assists in a row. They've got tricky fixtures coming up, but he's got 7 assists for the season now.
You just shit talked Bournemouth so hard. You were like, they look terrible.
Well, they were. They were
But
terrible.
now you're like,
But he's
but
getting
pick up Solanke.
But he's a forward. He wasn't defending.
hey, stats don't lie.
Stats don't lie.
Hey,
But yeah, they've just got Arsenal, and then Liverpool was, we're not very good at the moment, so you never know. And then Fulham. So I like that as a decent forward pick for the next few weeks to get in early before those 2 good ones. I just want to call out a sleeper, like a little bit, not quite there.
I
'cause
think
he's only
we
played-
mentioned him, dude.
Yeah, previously.
Yeah, but I'm not sure we put him in the pickups. Anyway,
Well, I just think he's only had 2 games now, but Forster.
Forster, we
Yeah,
talked about him last
I
game.
picked him
week.
up.
Yeah, I don't think I could say he's a sleeper just because he's only had 2 fixtures, maybe. Or maybe he is a sleeper.
I think he's a bit of a sleeper. So
because he's now.
If
the
you're not
keeper,
paying
obviously.
attention, this would be the second week we've kind of talked about him. But like, he's taken over Larisa's spot. Larisa's out for a while.
yeah,
I think it's a great pickup. And we already shouted out the fact that their fixtures are pretty good, right?
Yeah, their
fixtures are
fixtures are
really
great.
good, and like he just doesn't have no competition there. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
sweet.
And Larisa's out for how long is Larissa out for?
Rest of the season, I think.
Yeah, he's done.
And it's also a pickup just so someone else doesn't pick him up. You know,
Yes.
like I picked him up. I'm going to play Allison a lot of games. Obviously, if the fixtures change, then
Who did you drop?
I dropped Emmy Martinez.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, I
to
think
do.
so. You got a juicy 9 points this week though.
Yeah,
But so you would have played Allison anyway.
I
probably,
played
the
because
double.
I got the double. Yeah,
Yeah, and then glad I put extra pick in there because I've obviously got 2 here that were easy. But Casemiro, he's
Yeah.
back from suspension, scored in the League Cup final or Carabao Cup final.
Capable of the goal, isn't he?
Yeah, and he had some decent form before he's.
yeah, he gets some
um,
assists and stuff.
Yeah, he had a few assists and a goal here and there, so that
Yeah.
could be one that's quick, easy.
And United just look good.
Yeah.
You want to get on a team while they're hot, and
100%.
they are hot right now.
Hansel.
So hot.
now.
So hot right now.
And that's me.
Yeah.
Miles, let's bring it home, baby.
I'll bring it home. So my first pick's Buendia. We've already spoken about him. He's getting the minutes, and if Watkins is going to do what he's doing, I want Buendia.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
I chucked in Romero, and this is just to get on that Tottenham defense. He started the last couple of games, and then he had a game off, and then I think he got some minutes leading up to that. And they're keeping clean sheets. So if he holds his spot, and he played pretty good against Chelsea, I think it's a bit of a,
That's a good one. He's actually been starting every game except for 3 weeks ago.
yeah.
So,
And we
think
already talked up their defense.
just to get into that Spurs defense, and I'm trying to find players that are available for you guys. And then my top pickup for this year
for the year.
is Said Benrahma. Boys, this is it. This is the run that he's going to go on.
Oh my god.
These guys are laughing.
Is the
but
pillow coming back out?
maybe so I can cry myself to sleep. But no, like it is a bit punty, and I'd also say for those deeper leagues that maybe Declan Rice could be a bit of a punt, just for these fixtures that West Ham have coming up, and their form is starting
I don't
to
like
get
that.
a little bit better.
I don't agree with that. Don't pick up Declan.
Look, I don't think he's a great pickup, but I think in those deeper leagues, if you need someone just to spice it up a bit, maybe that's it.
Maybe not.
Maybe,
Not.
but maybe.
Okay, but you should pick him up.
I'm not going to pick him up. I'm not in a deep league. I'm in some fucking 7-man league that we can't pick up anyone. Sometimes.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. Well, I think that wraps us up, boys.
It does.
It was a pleasure.
Thanks for listening. Hit us up on the social.
Always, please ask questions.
Yeah, send in the questions because that's pretty much our favorite segment.
Oh, we love the questions.
Definitely.
Yeah. Filthy Funk,
Yeah.
Jose D.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, boys. I think that's it for this week.
I think we need a little Viren question.
Where's Viren gone?
I don't know. Well, I've chatted to him a bit, but I need a question.
Maybe his
not a
team's
statement.
just rocking, or he's in the crazy form and he doesn't need it. Like he's just that good right
Maybe
now.
he's chilling.
He's
Yeah.
really hot. Who was the person that you
BD White.
BD? What about the who did you draft for again?
Oh yeah.
Is that Lauren?
No, Southie.
Southie.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
a Southie update.
Where's-
Yeah.
I want to. Oh yeah, we need to know how teams going.
Okay, I'm gonna message her.
All right,
Yeah.
Southie, if you're listening,
I'm sorry.
we want to hear.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we want to hear what Miles did to your team. Okay, well, with that, I think we say goodbye.